You have been lied to your entire life. From the moment you entered school, you were taught a single, simple rule: effort equals results. You were told that the harder you work, the more you will earn. In almost every other field of human endeavor, this is absolute truth. But in the world of professional trading, this logic is not just wrong, it is a death sentence. Here, the rules of the civilized world do not apply. In this arena, your work is often your greatest enemy. Your urge to be productive is a weapon used against you. Right now you feel it, that itch, that burning desire to do something. You look at the charts and feel like a failure because you haven't opened a position in hours. You feel like you are being lazy. You feel like you are missing out on the world's wealth. Society rewards the busy. We celebrate the hustle. We admire the person who is always moving. But the market does not care about your work ethic. It does not reward you for sitting at your desk for 16 hours a day. It rewards you for being right once. The market rewards the patient. It rewards the person who can stand in front of a digital waterfall of information and have the discipline to do absolutely nothing. It is a paradox. The less you do, the more you make. But doing nothing is the hardest work. Doing nothing is not passivity. It is the most profitable move you can make. Yet it is the one thing that almost every amateur trader fails at because they cannot handle the silence. They cannot handle the boredom. They cannot face the reality of the wait. Your brain is a relic. You're navigating a 21st century financial market with a 200,000-year-old survival machine. This machine was never meant to handle instant feedback loops and 24/7 digital information. It was designed for a very different world. To your ancestors, doing nothing meant starvation. Survival required movement, hunting, and gathering. Action was life. Inactivity was death. This program is still running in the background of your mind, whispering that you need to find a trade to survive. Now combine that survival instinct with the dopamine-driven world of modern technology. Every notification, every price tick, every green candle is a micro-dose of a drug that demands more action. You've been conditioned to seek the hit, not the result. When you sit in front of the charts, you are that lab rat. You press the trade button to get that hit of dopamine. Whether you win or lose, the action itself feels like a reward. It breaks the boredom. It makes you feel engaged. This is why you take trades that aren't in your plan. You aren't trading a strategy. You are feeding a habit. You are using the market to feel alive rather than using the market to grow equity. This emotional contamination is why your account is stagnant. Boredom is the enemy of the amateur. They feel that if they aren't in the market, they are falling behind. They feel a physical discomfort in the silence of a slow day. They view boredom as a sign of failure, when in fact, it is a sign of mastery. To the professional, boredom is a shield. If your trading is boring, it means you are no longer a slave to your emotions. It means you have successfully detached your self-worth from the pips and the pennies. It means you are finally a professional. Warren Buffett's wisdom is often quoted but rarely followed. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. He didn't say it was for the busy. He said it was for the one who can wait the longest. The impatient are the ones who provide the liquidity for the patient. Your need for action is literally the source of income for the cold-blooded traders who are waiting on the other side. You are paying them a boredom tax every time you overtrade. Imagine a soldier in a dense forest. He hears a twig snap. Because he is terrified and needs to feel in control, he sprays his machine gun in every direction. He feels like he is doing something. He feels like he is defending himself. In reality, all he has done is reveal his position and waste his precious resources. He is now a target. He has no ammunition left for when the real threat appears. This is exactly how the amateur trader handles their capital. They waste it on maybes. Now look at the professional, the sniper. He has been in the same position for 3 days. He hasn't fired a shot. He hasn't even moved. He is bored. His muscles ache. The silence is deafening, but he doesn't care. He is there for one thing. He waits for the one shot, the perfect shot. The shot where the wind, the distance, and the target are all in perfect alignment. He doesn't feel the need to practice shooting at shadows. He knows that his only job is to wait for the high probability moment. The amateur trader is the man with the machine gun. He trades every hunch. He enters every breakout. He is exhausted by midday, and his account is riddled with death by 1,000 cuts. He thinks he is a warrior, but he is just a victim. The professional is the sniper. He might not trade for an entire week. He watches the price action go up and down and feels absolutely nothing. He is not a participant in the noise. He is a predator waiting for his specific edge to manifest. If the edge isn't there, he isn't there. He doesn't care about missing the move. He cares about protecting his ammunition for the move that actually belongs to him. He understands that his survival depends on his ability to stay still while others panic. Memorize this. Cash is a position. Most traders think that if their money isn't working in the market, it is being wasted. This is a fatal psychological error. Being in cash is a strategic choice. It is the position of ultimate power. When you are in cash, you are the one with the options. You are the one who can say no. You are the house. You are not at the mercy of the market's whims because you haven't committed your capital to a gamble. You are the observer. Waiting is not laziness. It is active patience. It is the highest form of mental discipline. It requires more strength to sit on your hands than it does to click a button. Clicking is an escape from the tension of waiting. A professional embraces that tension. When you are waiting, you are monitoring, you are analyzing, you are staying in tune with the market's rhythm without being sucked into its emotional whirlpool. You are preserving your mental energy for the moment it actually matters. You are conserving your decision capital. Every trade you take costs you mental energy. If you waste that energy on low-quality setups, you will be exhausted and prone to error when the real opportunity arrives. The professional stays fresh. The professional knows that the best trades are obvious. They don't require you to squint or find a reason to enter, but those trades only happen a few times a week. The rest is just noise. Your job is to ignore the noise and stay in cash. If you cannot handle the boredom of waiting for a high-probability setup, you will never handle the stress of managing a large account. Boring is profitable. Exciting is expensive. If you want excitement, go to the movies. If you want equity, stay bored. The most difficult part of the journey from $100 to $10,000 is the invisible stage. This is the period where you are being disciplined, you are being patient, but your account balance isn't moving. This is where most traders quit. You feel like you are standing still. Your peers are posting about their massive gains in some trending coin, and you are sitting there waiting for your setup that hasn't appeared yet. This is the ultimate test of your character. Do you break or do you wait? The market is asking you, do you really have a plan, or are you just looking for a reason to gamble? Most people fail this test. They enter a trade just to feel alive, giving back months of disciplined gains in a single afternoon of madness. The gains in trading are backloaded. The first 90% of your time is spent on the boring foundation. If you quit during the boring years, you will never see the explosive months. You must fall in love with the process of doing absolutely nothing. You need to reprogram your brain for boredom. If you spend your whole day seeking instant hits of pleasure, social media, junk food, entertainment, you will bring that same weakness to your trading desk. You cannot be a disciplined trader with a chaotic life. You cannot manage capital if you are a slave to your phone. If you cannot sit in a room alone for 30 minutes without checking your notifications, you have already lost. Trading is a reflection of your internal state. Discipline must be total. Read difficult books. Walk in silence. Train your mind to find peace in the absence of stimulation. This is how you build the mental muscle required to wait for a setup. When you sit at your desk, you should feel like a monk entering a temple. If the market is moving and your heart is racing, you are overstimulated. Walk away. You are not in the right state of mind to manage risk. Professionalism is the ability to maintain a baseline of calm regardless of the price action. The final step is an identity shift. You must stop seeing yourself as someone trying to make money. You must start seeing yourself as a risk manager whose primary job is to say no. You are the filter through which only the best trades pass. The house always wins because the house doesn't care about the result of a single hand. The house has a mathematical edge and the discipline to let it play out. The house is bored because the house knows exactly what is going to happen over time. Your trading plan is your house edge. Your discipline to wait for the setup is your casino floor. Every time you overtrade, you are letting a player steal from your vault. Respect your capital. If you cannot handle the boredom of $100, you will never hold $10,000. Be the mountain, Be the house, be the sniper. Let the world scream and chase its tail. You stay still, you stay cold, you stay focused on the equity. Don't underestimate the power of boredom. Boredom is the quiet sound of enrichment. I have a challenge for you. For the next 5 days, I want you to open your charts and look for your setup. If it doesn't appear exactly as you planned, I want you to do nothing. Feel the itch, feel the boredom, and watch it pass like a cloud. If you can go a week without a boredom trade, you have already won. You have proven you are the master of your biology. You are ready for the peak. Process is everything. The result is just a detail. Welcome to the cold equity.